He came from a quiet small town in southern Utah, born into a middle-class white family, with loving parents and a peaceful neighborhood. He was what everyone called a good kid. In high school, he was among the top students, scoring sciences on the act. His classmates called him a straight A student, and his teachers described him as polite, intelligent, and introverted. Yet in the autumn of his R&D year, he carried a Mauser rifle engraved with words, climbed onto a university rooftop, and pulled the trigger, aiming at Charlie Kirk. His name was Tyler Robinson. From that moment on, the world could no longer connect him with the well-behaved, quiet, bright future boy he once was. Robinson grew up in Washington City, Utah, a typical middle-class town of about 7 residents, mostly white. Its median household income is above the state average, and its crime rate is extremely low, earning it repeated rankings as one of the safest cities in America. It has a small town steeped in religious culture, quiet and orderly, lined with green lawns, detached houses, and white picket fences. The quintessential American suburb. Robinson lived with his parents and had 2 younger brothers. Their house was a traditional 2-story home with red brick and cream siding, a green grassy backyard bordered by shrubs, serene and well kept. Here, children grew up riding scooters down tidy streets, joining Boy Scouts, and playing baseball in the yard after school. Robinson was one of them, an exemplary middle-class boy, excellent grades, never causing trouble, quiet and introverted. Teachers and classmates recalled him as quiet, exceptionally smart and friendly, with no trace of bullying or violence. From elementary to middle school, he was active in Boy Scouts and other clubs, a model student through and through. In high school, he ranked near the top of his class, a true academic prodigy. The year he graduated, Robinson received a presidential scholarship and was accepted into Utah State University. His life seemed destined to be one of those stories that stay on track and lead to success. But no one noticed that behind the dazzling arsenal, he was slowly sinking into loneliness. His introverted nature made it hard to fit in at college. Raised in a homogeneous, conservative town, he wasn't used to diverse and conflicting viewpoints, nor to the noise and competitiveness of campus life. He soon dropped out and enrolled in a technical college, studying as an electrical apprentice. There, he became a quiet outsider. His roommates said he spent most of his time alone at the computer. Only in the last year or 2 did he begin occasionally talking about politics, his tone growing increasingly intense. We may never know which single post or statement cracked his world open, but one thing is certain: he sank deeper and deeper into the echo chambers of the internet. When reality made him feel powerless, the narrative of political polarization offered him a virtual stage, somewhere to project his anger, loss, and loneliness onto an imagined enemy. So when he heard that Charlie Kirk would be speaking in Utah, he told his roommate he wanted to go watch. But what he truly brought with him was a Mauser rifle and several bullet casings engraved with the words, "Hey fascist, catch." On the afternoon of September 10, 2025, on the lawn of Utah Valley University, Charlie Kirk was giving a speech. The crowd cheered and applauded, no one noticing that on the rooftop of a nearby building, a young figure was quietly adjusting a rifle scope. He pulled the rifle from his backpack, flipped off the safety, and squeezed the trigger. The gunshot cracked like thunder. At first, everyone thought it was just a balloon popping. Then came the screams, the people collapsing, the stampede of panicked feet, and the young man on the rooftop leapt down and vanished into the chaos. Charlie Kirk is the founder of Turning Point USA, a right-wing youth organization in the U.S. He champions free markets, opposes abortion, and criticizes gender equality movements. He is a hero to many young Republicans, and one of the most despised figures among progressives. With sharp rhetoric, provocative style, and unwavering stances, he supports Trump and harshly attacks liberal campus culture, seen by many as a shock trooper in America's culture wars. In an America torn by polarization, he is not just a person, but a symbol, representing the other world that so many fear, hate, and resent. And Tyler Robinson lost himself in this world of binary extremes. He was no longer the boy who once clutched awards and proudly wore a Boy Scout uniform, but someone who buried his rage deep inside and let it twist within the digital void. He carved words into bullet casings, made his enemy his meaning, and used gunfire to announce his existence, even as he destroyed his own life. Sometimes violence does not go out of chaos, but out of an overwhelming loneliness. Tyler Robinson was never a bad kid. He was just too quiet, too alone, and no one ever saw the storm inside him. Until that afternoon, when gunfire shattered the air, and the boy once so full of promise vanished forever from the quiet, orderly, sunlit suburb he came from. The fall of a prodigy is also the echo of a generation, lost in a polarized world.